Sega.
Arika.
When will it end? My ongoing descent into the hellscape that is fighting game final bosses continues. This time around, I've thrown a few different companies into the mix. Each company only has a few games to their name, so I thought, why not just combine them all into one and create one hellacious gauntlet for me to fail through? Papa Capcom, Uncle SNK, and Auntie Arxis have taken their lumps out of me. They've left the room. Now it's time for the other relatives to take their pound of flesh. Nephew Namco, second cousin Sega, kid of your dad's drinking buddy Koei Tecmo, husband of the bride Hudson Soft, and that weird kid from next door Takara, all gather around to reap the rewards from my broken down body. And Erika's watching through a window. This cunty combination brings us to a concerning 77 bosses. Each company has their own lineage going back as far as 1992, the ground zero of fighting games. So while the main theme is 3D fighters, there's going to be a couple of 2D entries along the way. As per usual, a few games have been eliminated. Urban Reign and Outfoxies have both been eliminated, as they aren't traditional fighters. And that's as much as I fucking love Urban Reign. Fighting EX Layer, Fighters Mega Mix, Knuckleheads, and Blade Arcus from Shining were eliminated for having silly names, and not having a distinct final boss. Mega Mix does have an arcade ladder where you face the final bosses from each of the games it's crossing over, but I don't think I can count that. Plus it was really fucking easy. I'm also sad Fighting EX Layer won't be participating, because that means it is another list without my boy Terry. And last but not least, for the first time ever, I'm putting out a bounty. Shin Knight from Fighting Layer was to be included in this list, but for some reason I was unable to even fight the bastard. I've tried every version listed on GameFAQs and any other website you can find on Google. I've watched videos, I've left comments from videos that are a decade old, and none of it's worked. I've tried 8 fucking times in game. If anyone has a surefire way of getting to him, please let me know in the comments or just direct message me, one of the two. I don't give a fuck. And with all that out of the way, my cheeks are spread and my safe word is in place. Let's fucking go. I always get a good kick out of sticking people down here at the bottom. This time round, however, it comes with a public indecency warning. Tekken players are going to know who I'm talking about. You ready for some cheeks? Tengu from Dead or Alive 2. My god, this guy had this big ass, cool ass fucking intro, and then I fucked him up in 32 seconds. I feel like he could have been more of a threat if I wasn't such a spammy cunt, but nonetheless, to Jabroni Club with you. Unknown from Tekken Tag Tournament. Unknown is cool, but lolly shit, not mum. She is pretty unique for a copy boss in that she switches fight style every few seconds, but this did not stop me from just spin kicking her to death. Algol from Soul Calibur 4, the Chad Mitsuguri versus the Virgin Algol. Fucked them up in seconds. Who even was this guy? Drew Ogre from Tekken 3. Always knew Ogre was a loser. He tried his best, but sometimes spin kick. Even after he becomes True Ogre and gains the power of a bigger hitbox, spin kick. Devil Kazuya from Tekken 8. Nice try, Kaz, but I still recognize you even if you cover yourself in purple paint. Not much of this one outside of just dodge those beams, which I didn't do, to be fair. But as long as you know a few basic combos, you'll be more than fine. Heihachi and a thong from Tekken 4. Ah, nappy Heihachi. Luckily, I'm only interested in old man cheeks on the weekends, and it's a motherfucking Tuesday. Sparked him out quicker than a talented domestic abuser. Fuck out of here, old man. Vermilion from Battle Arena Naito Shinden. This game is fucking weird. It's like a worse version of Virtua Fighter Kids. The camera is really fucky and I don't get the hitboxes. So I just found the dumbest fucking way of doing it, and lo and behold it worked. Angel Jin from Tekken 8. We've escalated from crimes against humanity to crimes aimed at deities. Do I feel bad about it? Not really. Honestly, it's kinda nice to fight an angel rather than a devil for once. I haven't done that since Tekken 2. Naru Amo from Battle Arena to Shinden 3. No, I don't feel bad about smacking up a defenseless child. Sho Shinjo from Battle Arena to Shinden Ura. I can't figure out how to fight him in 2, so I had to switch to another platform, and I'm happy I did, because welcome to Jabroni Club, Sho, you fuck. He went full Unga Bunga, and it didn't work. If you want to know why I'm so happy, just wait. Just fucking wait, we'll get there. Akuma from Tekken 7. Always nice getting to throw Akuma in Jabroni Club. Hilarious is his little tantrum after you beat him. Suck on that, you fucking ginger. Omega from Dead or Alive 3. I love Team Ninja's habit of trying to blow up people's Xboxes. They did that shit in Ninja Gaiden 2 as well. In this case, they changed the perspective and overload the arena with so much fire that it causes the console itself to lag. The fight itself is pretty simple. He chucks beams at you, you dodge and charge over to him. You fuck him up. I am enjoying how easy the Dead or Alive bosses are, but I live in fear knowing what's awaiting me. True Devil Kazuya from Tekken 8. I love and hate secret bosses. It's a pain to get to them, but Jesus, the Fallen to Earth stage is so fucking great. Big boy, Kaz tried his best, but I am now Abraham Lincoln and cannot be defeated in my presidential power state. Vermilion from Battle Arena to Shinden 4. Vermilion still looks really cool, but this game really doesn't have anything for him to do. I don't think he managed to get a single shot off this whole round. It was over before he could say anything edgy. Inferno from Soul Calibur. Not much to say about this one. I bull rushed him and fucked him up. He had this ridiculous attack where he rose in the air and I think he was about to dive bomb me, but I just jumped and hit him in the air. Abel from Battle Arena to Shinden 3. Call me Kane because I just beat this asshole to fucking death. This bastard had the gall to hit me with an 18 super hit combo and then lose. Fuck out of here. Gato from Bloody Roar 2. His appearance left me slack-jawed, but it looks like this tiger's been declawed. Didn't really get to see much of his moveset, but he fought like everyone else in the arcade ladder, so I can just declare him a pussy and move on. Unknown from Tekken Tag Tournament 2. In this list, this is the second time that I've beaten up a single mother, and I am enjoying myself thoroughly. Saw an attack that I've never seen Unknown pull out in this one. She summons up a huge black hand, and that shit dragged Jin down and forced an attack out. But she actually did me a favor because he only had a sliver of health left, so cheers, mum. Gaia from Battle Arena to Shinden Remix. Big guy. Predictable guy. Just keep dodging the side or jump over all his attacks. It's easy, trust me. Abyss from Soul Calibur 3. Nice scythe. Shame I stuck it up his ass like a horseshoe. If anyone gets that reference, points to you. Range is naturally his game with such a big fucking weapon. Luckily, I am fast, and he is slow. Kazumi Mishima from Tekken 7. You know what? Kazumi is fucking cool. She shows up riding a tiger and made Hayachi do all the fucking dishes. Hell yeah to this bitch. As for the actual fight, it's the second round which hits the hardest. She goes full devil and starts unleashing a variety of horseshit, including her tiger dropping in to help out. Luckily, my Jenga tower remained untouched, and I was able to claim victory. Inferno from Soul Calibur 6. Oh neat. This guy again. How's the Escaping Jabroni Club going? So this is a story mode fight for a story that I skipped, so I have no idea what's going on, but fuck it, we ball. Inferno is really defensive here. Look at him back away from Jiang Yu. It's a two-phase fight where you start with Jiang Yu and then switch over to Killick for the final stretch. He likes to spam his black back super, but that doesn't do shit when I have a massive pole. Cupido from Battle Arena to Shinden Remix. Huh? Who was that? She started talking to me like an AI girlfriend and then threw herself off the side of the ring and lost. What a strange Tuesday I'm having. Ryoho the Dragon, Bloody Roar 4. How was a fucking dragon easy? I just spammed the same attack, which I seem to be doing a lot of recently. Two phases, one where he's a big karate looking chap, and one where he's a big fucking dragon. The dragon was easier. He is slow and dumb, so he can be destroyed. AG's team from Battle Arena to Shinden 4. You know, it's kind of cool fighting the old protagonist as the final boss. It's just a shame this game is fucking awful. It's beyond sluggish to the point that I can't even find any decent gameplay from it. This is a team game, so it's not just AG, it's AG and a couple of his buddies, this angel who's not wearing pants, and this guy. Either way, easy shit, just spam low kick. Kronos the Phoenix from Bloody Roar Primal Rage. Okay, so this was one of the funkiest fights on the list. Not because of the actual fight, but because the emulator was for some reason running in slow-mo. Didn't do this with Doa 3. It was weird to play, but I think it did me a big favor. Other weird thing, why is this guy called Phoenix if his transformation is a penguin? That shit was weird. Ah, scrub tier. You've seen it when astronauts go through the airlock in movies, right? That little gap between them and the cold vastness of space. Yeah, this ain't it. This is the jacuzzi that's mysteriously been installed on the space station. Chill as fuck, but it's starting to get a little uncomfortably warm. I don't know what that means, and I don't know what I meant when I was writing it. Look kids, Inferno got out of Jabroni Club. So I fought dirty on this one. He actually has dog shit range because he came to a sword fight with his fists. It's very fitting, but it means I gotta be real up close to people. But I quickly realised that his quick attack was way faster than everyone else's to balance it out, so I spammed it. Then he started blocking, so I used my spin kick. I love my spin kick. Inferno rotates between different characters' movesets with his own spinny air attack still present. My search for difficulty with this boss continues because he's really not putting on much of a fight. Azazel from Tekken 8. Never thought I'd see this asshole again. Azazel is like an anime boss clambered his way into Tekken. He's got some absurd projectiles, a move where he seems to spit on the floor, gluing you to the spot, kinky, and what I call the Limp Biscuit attack, because this motherfucker is rolling. Either way, big boy, big hitbox. Soul Edge from Soul Edge. Look at that, I'm back in the fucking Shadow Realm. Soul Edge possessed Cervantes is the final boss of this game, and man, he's looked better. His biggest asset is this spin attack, but luckily he's very weak to the dumbass tactic of leaping 6 feet into the air and slicing down. Shenlong from Bloody Roar 2. Looks like Shenlong didn't stand a chance. This guy has some fucking moves. He's got the style of a villain from an old kung fu movie, but not the skills to back it up. I've realised all the Bloody Roar bosses I've fought so far have had the exact same weakness. They don't do well with the running slide. You can zip back and forth for an easy knockdown, and then hit them with a dropkick when they get back up, and the process can begin again. Dark Champion from Eternal Champions Challenge from the Dark Side. Never quite felt like a bully during one of these fights, but I bullied this poor motherfucker. After finishing the first game, I refought the previous final boss of the sub-boss of this game. All three of these enemies have the same weakness. I just kept bullying him into the corner and grabbing him. That's all it took. And on this day, the weight of carrying a team was a little lighter for me. Alpha 152, Dead or Alive 5. I guess this is a 4-in-1? Alpha 152 switches between Kasumi's fighting style, Hayato's, Hayabusa's, and Ayane's over the course of this fight. And she can do this mid-combo. Her big weakness is that the AI seems to hesitate before it throws out combos, almost like it's considering it. You should have considered not fucking with me. Rido from Dead or Alive. Pre-super fanservicey Dead or Alive. Very strange. Rido is just another arcade fight. I actually struggled more against Kasumi than Rido, so I guess that's his level. Oh, and Rido, fuck yourself. Wolf from Battle Arena to Shinden Ura. Huh. Who was that guy? He remains in a T-pose when he fights. He headbutts the ground on occasion, and he threw himself out of the ring twice when I fought him. I'm starting to think he's not all there. Vale from Battle Arena to Shinden 3. Fuck me, he turned the light off. He turned the light off and he beat my ass. Just like my dad. I'm not sure what Vale is, but sure as shit, he's a fucking asshole. I ended up beating him just by standing on the other side of the arena and chucking projectiles his way. Izanagi from Desert. How the fuck do you pronounce that? I have a correction to make because I wrote a whole thing about him being able to dodge ring outs, but as it turns out I can do that too. And I was just dumb enough not to figure that out until I was fighting the actual secret boss of this game. So, yeah, never mind. I probably would have done better if I'd realised that. He's got a trifecta of projectiles, easy to jump over for a quick attack. He can hit you with a power bomb, which is fucking dope, but overall, easy shit. Just stay on the move and keep hopping over him, or just keep at a distance. Rido from Dead or Alive 6. So for this fight, you are given a choice to fight as one of the 3 main ninjas. I chose Kasumi, because I pressed the wrong button. Rido is a fucking asshole. This man can literally turn the lights off during the fight. We are outside. How are you doing that? Post darkness, he likes to follow up with a quick grapple to choke you and punch you like 12 times, or just attempt to stomp. Do not guard. Spam your cheapest attack, because when the lights come back on, you usually hit it. Bet you weren't expecting that, robo-fuck. Angel from Toki Densho Angel Eyes. This could have gone way worse. I feel like I found an exploit. The AI in this game, after the first couple of enemies, can be tough. But it all makes the same fundamental mistake. They constantly try and charge you down, over and over, as long as you keep backing away from them. This works for us because as soon as you figure out the rhythm, you can time the attacks to blast them back mid-charge. After a couple of matches, I figured it out with this bitch and destroyed her with little effort. Full of those who tried so hard, but just couldn't get far enough. And in the end, it didn't really matter. Because all these fuckers are below the final boss in SNK Tag Team Heroine's Frenzy. How embarrassing. Gaia from Ballerina to Shinden. Jesus, this stage gave me motion sickness. I was having issues with the emulator anyway, excuse the weird frame rate. But oh my god, this made it so much worse. Help me. This big bastard pisses on you. I know it's an energy beam, but look at it. He's pissing. Either way, it does a fuck ton of damage, but it's easily jumpable. You gotta get the right rhythm. He gets up, he gets down. Boom, boom, boom. He's fucked. BM from Fighting Vipers 2. The Chad Barn versus the Virgin Snake Man. Wait, shit, I already used that guy. This guy constantly tries to charge you down, but you can use your blast back attack to send him back to whence he came. Side note, I fucking love this stage. Look how cool that shit is. A massive statue of the Snake Man, and we fight in a ring in his hand. That's so fucking cool. If I didn't kick his ass so bad, I would call him an alpha. Eriko from Bloody Roar. Oh man, this thing looks so fucking cool. It's tough too. Luckily, I found a cheap way to take her out. It keeps powering up or throwing out these massive electrical attacks. Leaves a nice little gap for you to charge over and attack the motherfucker. Then you just keep running away and charging back in. Truly, I am prepared for the great furry war to come. Vermilion from Ballerina to Shinden Ura. Behold, Vermilion, the smartest man in the room. Why? Because he showed up with a shotgun magnum combo and proceeds to, well, just fucking shoot you. Damn edgy, but that's a cool design. Distance is naturally his game, but sometimes it's best to take on someone at their own game. His shots are slow, my fireballs can catch him while he's raising his gun. Gotta say, that was neither rootin' nor tootin'. Jinpachi Mishima from Tekken 5. Why is it that the older these assholes get, the tougher they are? Great Grandpa Jinpachi is a fucking dick. Not just because of his notorious stomach burp beam, but also for his fucking stun attack. I swear, this got me killed more times than his actual beam. At least that you can sidestep, which I didn't do. It's lucky he's got a big ass hitbox and is far too aggressive. He seems to reserve the burp for special occasions. Instead, he's perfectly happy with these wild swinging attacks. This leaves him wide open for my jumping double kick and follow up basic ass juggle. Red Eye from Last Bronx. Holy shit, this guy fucked his tan up. He looks like Hulk Hogan. This guy is a flippy asshole, his biggest asset being his screen leaping spin attack. High damage, quick and hard to counter. Luckily, like every other character in this game, doesn't do well against low attacks. Sega AM2's games are always a contest of who will strike first and then eat shit. And this is no different. It did cause me to question something though. The strategy was hilarious for like a round or two, but I wish I knew how to play this game better. I may be a man without honor, but I like my dirty tactics to be a little more creative. Jirao from Virtua Fighter. Oh shit, the Saturn glitched. Where's all the details from this model gone? I'm kidding. This is Jirao, the robo-antagonist of Virtua Fighter. Kind of fits in for a series with the littlest of stories, doesn't it? Anyway, Jirao steals moves from each of the other characters. The one I'm fighting seems to just be Wolf. You got 5 rounds to take her down. Now don't expect any decent gameplay from this because, you know, OG Virtua Fighter is kinda jank, but that shit's got legacy. Jirao was... I just spammed punch a bunch because I hadn't figured out the rest of the moveset. Jirao from Virtua Fighter 2. Why am I underwater? What's going on here? So this fight is basically in slow-mo. It's fucking weird, man. Jirao is back and this time she's... slower. As with all Jirao fights, it's one and done. Good news here is you can easily bait her into charging at you. When she does this, immediately grab her, flip her over and make her eat the floor in slow motion. I sit victorious in my waterlogged clothing. Master from Battle Arena to Shinden 2. Master of getting her ass kicked. It's a good thing I like women beating me up, because she was kicking my ass, until I realized that, yeah, she's got some powerful attacks, but they are so easy to read. She's got a stream of projectiles she fires out. If you leap forward and take a hit from one of them, you'll end up on the ground as the rest of them just go right above you. Second they're done, she's still recoiling from her attacks, so you can stand up, smack her the fuck up, and then fuck off and just keep repeating the process. Staying in the air is the best idea. Her attacks can't catch you up there. Become a plane, trust me. Fly higher than you've ever flown before, and only then will you find success in beating up young women. Jirao from Virtua Fighter 4. I love Vanessa's hook. That shit hits quick enough and hard enough to slip past most attacks. Sometimes it's just a matter of finding a move. It doesn't have to be a special, it doesn't have to be anything impressive. All it has to do is win. Sho Shinjo from Battle Arena to Shinden Remix. Sho returns for this remake of the first game and is twice as vicious, especially with his projectiles. Like, holy fuck. He spams them more than I do, and I have a problem. Like most Battle Arena bosses, it becomes a contest of leaping towards him, hitting a couple attacks, and then repeating the process until death. Roraisen from Tatsunoko Fight. Didn't think I'd be coming back to the world of Tatsunoko, but here I am. I am fairly certain this man only has 3 attacks. This portal punch projectile, his super, and this fire attack that doesn't seem to actually do anything. As soon as I started using the giant Akiha strategy, that shit was cake. Jirao from Virtua Fighter Kids. So this is a rerun of the Jirao fight in Virtua Fighter 2, except we are children. As a huge fan of child endangerment, this game works for me. Again, we are underwater, but this game's damage scaling is a lot different to Virtua Fighter 2's. Hits do far more damage to make up for the character's stubby little limbs. So, somehow the rounds are even shorter than usual. Luckily with the water, again, you have the same openings in Jirao's attacks, so you can just rip into any. Job's done. Void Incognito, Fighting Lair. Holy shit, this game fucks! Never gave it a go until now, but Jesus, this is great. This should honestly get a re-release. Void is a strange mustached gentleman. A respectable stash, not quite on the Dan Severn level, but respectable nonetheless. The first round is easy enough. The second round is where he gets sneaky. He can switch positions with you mid-move. This doesn't sound too bad, until you throw a hit, and you end up eating your own hit. It's fucking wild. Luckily, you can catch and punish him during his moves or dodges. He can't switch with you if he's already doing something. And he also can't seem to switch with projectiles. Not too bad, but please, look at this man's super. What am I witnessing here? Azazel from Tekken 6. Look at the size of this bastard. And that's what makes him a pain. Azazel is fucking huge. The stupid Limp Bizkit spinny attack is here, and as tradition since 2, he's got a projectile. All Tekken final bosses seem to. The difference with his is that his is actually a launcher, so good luck dealing with this asshole. It's a good thing his AI is fucking stupid. I just kept hitting him the second he got up, and he seems to enjoy eating it like a bowl of fresh oatmeal. Oatmeal made of my balls. My desire to teabag my enemies only grows. Lubu from Dynasty Warriors. Huh. Turns out Dynasty Warriors started off as a fighting game. I've been informed this gent is a reoccurring badass in the future games, so it was nice shoving his head up his ass nice and early before I even consider playing those. My mana has some fucking reach. That big ass spear looking thing beats the crap out of my tiny looking spear thing. Luckily, he seems to be into slashing attacks, while I'm perfectly happy just jabbing him to death. Go Shingen from Burning Rival. This is an unusual one. I don't usually fight the boss twice in the arcade ladder, but it seems I killed him in our first encounter, so this is his ghost. He's okay. It's an early fighting game, so there's some jank, some moves are negative on hit, the chip damage is fucking weird, and please look at these life bars. I was distracted by them throughout the entire run. Elysium from Soul Calibur 5. I'm gonna end up on scrub quotes with this one, because I'm saying that I don't suck. The character sucks. Soul Calibur 5 has always been mid, but oh my god, fuck this little blonde twink. Where the fuck is my boy Mitsuguri? Why isn't he here? This bitch loves her ground attacks. Legit, if she gets you to the floor, good fucking luck getting back up. Eventually, I resorted to the most childish of tactics, and just shin-kicked her to death. This fight was genuinely infuriating, because fuck the little blonde twink boy. Geralt with glowing eyes from Virtua Fighter 4. Usual Geralt deal. Show at the end of arcade mode, be a total bitch, and then fuck off out of here. Difference is, this time she's got glowing eyes. I'm not really sure the difference between this and the regular Geralt, but I have a feeling this one is a little more vicious. Either way, sent her shiny ass packing to give her time for a long amount of self-reflection. Geralt from Virtua Fighter 5. Huh, won this by a fluke. See, Geralt was in the process of comboing me out of the ring, but guess who ended up hitting the ground first? See, this Geralt is actually based around Vanessa. Notice how they both have the same stance. It's got a combo, the one that caused it to lose, that rips through your fucking health. Naturally, it's also got Hawk's goddamn swing, which is half health by itself. As I said, I fluked out of this one, but as per usual, I'll take a win when I can get it. Metal Sonic from Sonic the Fighters. Lots of furry crap on this list, huh? I'm with Guile Wincourt on this one. This game ain't half bad. Metal Sonic is the final boss. He's of course got a beam attack, fuck you, a bullshit grab that for some reason I just can't fucking counter, fuck you, and he is quick. Fuck you. The game tends to have quick characters anyway, it's a Sonic game, but Metal Sonic is even fucking quicker. Post defeating him, you get a quick skirmish with Eggman. Why wasn't he the final boss? Poor Eggman.
試合中に余裕のアピールです。切り返していった。振っていく。戻ってきたところに高角度、後方回転。
Here we go. This is where shit gets interesting. This is where my masochism kicks in. Yeah, give me a challenge. Kick my ass. So yeah, fighting games. Zion the Unborn. I thought this was all based around animals. What the fuck is that thing? Dante from Devil May Cry makes a guest appearance to beat the shit out of me for 25 minutes. As a human, he's fine. As a creature, he's horrific. He's a fucking Catherine Wheel of decimation, slicing and dicing his way through your health. It happens so quick that you forget to block and instead try to mash like a fucking dipshit. His main combo is a mix-up too, proving to be a total bitch to deal with. Alpha from Dead or Alive 4. I fucking knew this was coming. I remembered how much of a pain in the ass this green fuck is. Lightning speed and long ass combos ripping through you like a fart in an elevator. The OG clone of Kasumi is a fucking bitch to deal with. It all comes down to a series of lucky hits. Can you stop her onslaught before she fucking destroys you? Her grab is of special note. That thing does a stupid amount of damage. Sure, it gives you some distance to recover, but that doesn't really make a fucking difference when she can teleport. Kazuya Mishima from Tekken 7. Ah, the climactic duel between father and son. It's still really fucking cool, even after Hayachi's survival is revealed. Our favourite Mishima family pastime of trying to murder each other continues into Tekken 7. Kazuya starts the fight as his usual charming self, before eventually going full devil and becoming somehow more of an asshole. It's only this final portion of the fight that's difficult. Narratively, it's very clever to show how little Heihachi has left in him by giving him this depleted life bar. You still technically have a full one, it's just reduced down and it makes it look like it's a lot worse than it actually is. Annoyingly, it also makes it very fucking difficult to tell how close to death I actually am. Kaz has this annoying ass power up where he'll get armor on everything until he throws out a rage drive. This section of the fight was where I kept fucking dying. It's still a cool ass fight, but it's piss annoying. Stealth Jural from Virtua Fighter 4. This is fucking trippy. It's just a Jural fight, except she's translucent. This makes it very fucking difficult, not to hit her, but to see what attack she's throwing out. It's not helped by the moving background, which further blurs her actions. Oh fuck this, I'm being too polite with this. Fuck this bullshit, she beat the fuck out of me. I'm now robophobic. Fuck this bitch, fuck Kagemaru, and fuck his whole lineage. I ended up getting lucky with Vanessa's godlike hook, taking her down. Oh. You know when you take your socks off and scratch where they were tight on you? It's like that. Same satisfactory. AG from DX Herd. Oh, sup AG? Back to be a secret boss, huh? I feel like he's at an advantage on the account of him being the fucking man. He's just AG but with souped up damage and a real vicious streak. Kinda reminds me of Ryo showing up for Fatal Fury Special, except it's kinda less cool. Sho Shinjo from Battle Arena to Shin. This might be the luckiest win I ever got. He managed to ring himself out twice. And he was kicking my ass too. The emulator is struggling with this game and is slowing down and speeding up whenever it wants, forcing me to go on the defensive until the speed dies down. I was at a disadvantage anyway. I'll take a sneaky win. He's got my exact moveset, but better. He's the Virgil to my Dante. If I got single fireballs, he's got double. If I've got a DP, he's got a better one. Maybe I do have these things, but I also don't know how to play the fucking game, so you know, whatevs. Devil from Tekken 2. Strange. I don't remember Devil being a grappler. This fight has lived rent-free in my mind since I was a kid, but I remember the music being different. Maybe it's just the PS1 port, but I'm fairly certain there was a different theme to this fight. Anyway, Devil can crush your health in 3 hits if he wants to. He's got his infamous beams, the standing beam which you just duck under, very easy to punish, and his jumping beam which you've got to dash forward and get under. You then jump and kick and boom, there's some damage for you. The sad thing is, AI is smart enough to know not to throw them out all that often. Eternal Champion from Eternal Champions. God damn, this was an epic. This guy has like 6 phases. Each time you take him down, his soul leaves his body and he comes back in a different flashing colour. And the fight continues. You only have to win 1 round, but that round is an endurance test against the 6 phases. Luckily, they don't seem to change up all that much about him. I think it's supposed to be element related. I might have just been kicking his ass too quickly, but you know, it is what it is. But I think it's a genuinely great idea. Imagine this in the modern day with more powerful hardware. I reckon it could be something really fucking cool. Anyway, I've mentioned the best strategy to deal with him. Grapples, bullying. So yeah, it's very satisfying. Hayachi Mishima from Tekken. Jesus, the damage scaling. The youngest Hayachi is throwing some fucking hits. I notice he's got Jack's sound effects, which is kinda weird, but he seems to have his own moveset. He does also, though, seem to have Paul's punch, which takes off a massive chunk of your health. He is a blocking king. Jesus, this dude will keep his defenses up before unleashing hell. The thing is, with how slow this game is, it becomes a contest of blocking until finally one of you makes a mistake, and the other one can just rip into them. Honestly, it's not as frustrating as you think it would be, but Christ, it took a lot longer than I thought it would. Jural from Virtua Fighter 3 TB. Of all fucking stages, it had to be the uneven raft on water. Damn near impossible to grapple fuckers on this one. Jesus, They really stepped up the game with this Jirao. Model 3 is a real ass kicker. She's got some blinding fucking speed, and Jesus, she got a real vicious streak too. She's also on point with her evading, slipping and sliding like a lubed up. Well, exactly what she looks like. Shadow Boy from DX Herd. What the fuck? He's me. But Ginger, why is he kicking the shit out of me? So, compared to my normal twin self, this asshole has attacks that slice down your weapon's health. It breaks it, and you're left with just your hands and feet to go at him. He's sparking with electricity, and seems to just be a little bit fucking crazy, which makes it all the more infuriating. God help you if you end up on the ground, because he will just square kick you right in the knob. And I'm him. He's kicking himself in the cock. Oh, and not forgetting the horseshit projectiles. He's got a tree of projectiles that can blast you all the way off the stage. Most difficult part though is that he actually knows how to play the game, which I do not. Night Terror from Soul Calibur 3. Holy shit, Nightmare grew wings. This is a fucking monster fight. You only have to win one round, which is nice, but he can destroy you in a matter of moments. If he knocks you down, there is a high chance you aren't getting back up, and if you do, you're probably going to end up getting blasted off the edge of the stage. He has an attack where he flies up and fires a beam down. For fuck's sake, dodge this, because the damage is absurd. I got hit with perfect after perfect. How did I win? Spam. A lucky onslaught of spam. What? Not all of these have surefire strategies, sometimes you just gotta play like your younger brother. Golden Axe from Golden Axe the Duel. Big boy, big fucking boy. I never played the Golden Axe games. I wasn't aware Golden Axe was actually a dude. Crazy. Either way, he's a big bastard Shao Kahn type of motherfucker. He's got the complementary boss beam, a horrific charge attack, and a general dislike of everything I stand for. I describe his grab as a slapdown. Like, look at this shit. Axie Boy is also a genuine counter to how I play. I usually default to Death of 1,000 Cuts because I'm a smooth-breathing man who isn't able to learn combos. Doesn't really work when the enemy is capable of ripping your health to pieces in a couple of moves. Eventually, I went with the old Grand Projectile strategy to steal the win.
Final set, Heihachi to serve.
And this is where the fun stops. The penny drops. The center cannot hold. I get fucking eviscerated by someone whose ass I already kicked, someone with a stupid name, and an old enemy. Uranus the Let's go Uranus. Uranus the Chimera, Bloody Roar 3. This is the second time I fought someone called Uranus? How does this happen? This one is definitely the worst of the two. After the first round massacre I had, a single thought. Now, this is a fucking boss fight. This Chimera comes charging in, full true ogre ass looking form, and it's a goddamn 21 hit combo that mutilates your health. If she's in beast mode, I wouldn't even bother trying to attack. Just stay on the defensive, because you don't stand a goddamn chance against her outside of grapples. Even in her human form, she's got a fantastically bullshit mix-up combo that ends up with a total of 10 hits, which she can then follow up with the same 3-hit combo over and over again. For the first time on this list, my strategy was to time her out. You know things are desperate when I'm forced into the dirtiest of strategies, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a man without honor. BM from Fighting Vipers. Jesus Christ, who the fuck was that guy? Goddamn bowel movement kicked the crap out of me. When I saw him, I laughed. This ridiculous looking snake dude looks like one of Gotham's low-ranked goons and proceeds to evaporate my fucking chances of having an easy time on this list. This asshole Shadow Realm me with blinding speed and brutal efficiency. He defaults to a single combo. This juggle can push you up against the wall, which he'll immediately follow up with a high damaging grapple. Only way I figured to beat him is to get some distance and hit him as he charges in. He and every other AI in this game have a habit of throwing running attacks too early. Hit him with a Megaton Punch, rinse and repeat. Shin Akuma from Tekken 7. Great. My Stalker is back. Shin Akuma is some cheap shit, which, while fitting, remains fucking annoying. He loves to spam his fireballs, but you can just sidestep those fuckers. He tends to throw 3 orange ones in a row. I recommend following up with the Devil Beam, something I'm going to be abusing like a motherfucker. He's got the usual Akuma dash and teleport. His favourite combo is leaping for a high kick, which is then immediately followed by a mid or a low. Mid kept catching me. Now for the bullshit. He will parry fucking everything. Fucking everything. Your only hope is to get an armor attack, and hope to God he isn't using one, or to get very lucky. His health has a very slow regen, but it's still there. And finally, Raging Demon. In the Capcom list, I managed to never get hit by Akuma with a Raging Demon. I've now received my comeuppance for this. This may be the worst one because it's a fucking insta-kill. No matter when it hits, you will die. I had a damn near full health bar, and Jinji-kun took me out without a second thought. And of course, when you get him down to his last few hits, guess what happens? He Raging Demons you! The only way to stop him is to use your Rage Drive, smash R1, but fuck me if the game tells you to do that. It's basically just, I hope you figure this out in the next 3 seconds or else you're gonna fucking die! I thought you were cool, Harada.
Do not attempt to fight it. Master, do you?
And as always, the other tiers have been crushed. But now, I face the beast lurking in the depths. The dog turd hidden in the massive pile of leaves. The landmine hidden in the sandbox. This is Beast Tier. And every time I get here, my blood pressure raises more than just a little bit. Lucifella, from far east of Eden Kabuki Clash. Holy shit, this thing is so dope. Never even heard of this game, know nothing about it. Couldn't even do the special moves through the entire of arcade mode. I wasn't expecting a fucking dragon at the end. A devil dragon. This thing is so fucking cool. And it kicked my ass so bad. It has 4 attacks. Flaming ground pound, regular ground pound, jump teleport thing, and grab. These 4 attacks, each designed with as much evil disdain for the player as possible. They are satanic, and they can ruin your life bar and your willpower in as little time as it takes for me to get rejected by a woman. Fucked me up just as bad too. Veronica, call me back, soon. Specials, he just tends to block, unless you catch him at the very perfect moment, which doesn't happen often. I found the best strategy is to hold your ground until he jumps, quickly dash underneath him and get a few quick hits before backing away again. Stay on the defensive and flee as often as you can. Oh shit, and when he dies, it's so fucking cool too. My man got fucking raptured. And that's the end of this video. As usual, here is the leaderboard. This one was quite a fucking doozy. Played through 2 entire series I'd never touched before, and found out I really don't like one of them. Sorry to Shinden fans, your game kinda sucks. Anyway, we've got 2 more lists to get through. It's not hard to figure out what the next company is going to be, so, you know, look forward to that one. We're getting towards the end game now, ladies and gentlemen. So if there's any bosses you want me to take on in the final installment of this, drop it in the comments. I'd like to know. Isaac, I hope to kick your ass soon. And with that, I'll see you in the next one, fuckers.